Welcome back, guys. Scars from the Evo project again, and today I'm bringing you the build scales, the trials and dungeon healer. This healer, just prefab warning, does require you to have the Hist DLC to be the most optimal, which I prefer. You don't have to though, there is other sets that can go in place and I can explain to you what they are. This isn't best in class gear at the moment, but to show you the idea anyway. Right, so I use max health magicka recovery pots. These are my buff stats on my DPS bar, sort of utilities bar, and on the back bar, these are the stats on the back bar. So they're okay, it's not brilliant, but they'll get by. But as I explain, the gear set. Right, so on your front bar you have a Maelstrom destruction staff, doesn't matter which one. It's you don't even need to run a Maelstrom, you could run a Master's Destro. Just as long as it's a Destro, really, you're not getting massive bonuses from it. On the back bar we run the restoration staff for Maelstrom. Now this is kind of crucial to the build, it does help with resource management because of regeneration. You do crit heal quite a bit with all your dots down. In my opinion, the best trait for this is infused, because it's your resource management. You hit so high with the heals anyway that you don't need to worry about going even higher with them. At the moment, because I don't have the right, I've got one piece missing pretty much for my build. I currently run Bogdan and Night Flames. Now a lot of people slate Bogdan because it's only 2% chance, but when you've got 12 people in a dungeon, and you know that 12%, that 2% chance, sorry, becomes it starts proccing quite often, and it's quite a nice. It's just a nice tick. It's just an additional tick. It's a good tick to have. I will be running a 5-piece spell cure, but at the moment I'm not, because I don't have the right traits, as I said. I do have the spell cure hat, and I would like the spell cure shoulder, but I don't have them at the moment. I don't have the spell cure shoulder at the moment, so I can't run that. The 5-piece, other 5-piece are wrong, is Gossamer. Now, I don't know any Trials healer that runs this at the moment, but it is very, very good. At 10% chance when healing an ally, you grant them major evasion. So, because of all the AoE damage, you're healing them a lot. And this takes such... I know it's only 6% for 20 seconds, but it helps. You know, if they're dodging attacks for 6 seconds, that's 6 seconds you don't need to be healing them for. That allows your magicka regen to regen 3 times. To tick 3 times. So it helps massively. It drops quite nicely in Shadow, Cradle of Shadows. That's where I've got all my sets from. All my Gossamer from. Now I do have Prosperous on there. Gold game for the win. Well fitted for dodge rolling. That does actually help. Dodge roll well fitted does actually help in Shadows at the moment. They have just patched it, so it should be nice to see that. Training, I know, terrible, but hey, champion point gain. But yeah, really what you're looking for is Infused on the big pieces, Divines on the small pieces, 2 recovery and 1 spell damage. Right, going on to the skills. On your Destro bar, you want to be running Elemental Drain. Massively crucial to have this. It helps with your Magicka sustainability. It helps with the others. With this and your restoration bar, you're getting almost 1,000 Magicka back. Now that's useful. That takes your 2,000 Magicka regen up to 3,000. So it helps a lot. Don't need massive. You just need Tri-Focus and Elemental Focus. Really, nothing amazing, just to help with the DPS as such. I then also run Backlash. Need to morph that. I think it's Purifying Light, and that does another hot heal. Lots of Templars don't run this. It's silly not to. I mean, look at that. Summon Expanding Beam of pure sunlight on an enemy, copying all damage taken for 6 seconds and releasing 21% of it as additional magic damage to them. Now, at the moment, that can absorb 20,000. Do the sums. I can't think, it's too tired at the moment to do the sums, but yeah, it's a nice little dot. I've had that hit around about 16k before. So, it helps. It helps for something that doesn't do, you don't need to be casting and spamming abilities. It's good to have on your bar. And the hot at the end is a really good hot for anyone near the boss, so it helps with the tank. Radiant Destruction. For the boss, everyone needs to be running and execute. Really, it helps massively. Don't prioritize Radiant Destruction, because a lot of the Trials bosses do a burst DPS, massive AoE damage as they go to die, so it can get the group killed. See, I need things like Prism. These are all abilities I need because you gain ultimate through it. Don't have that high enough yet, but it reduces magical stamina cost of abilities and ultimate. The ultimate on this bar, I run Solar Prison, for the reduced damage done when enemies are in there. This powerful synergy is so powerful. So many people don't use it. It pins all the enemies to the floor, apart from bosses. Yeah, it's a no-brainer really. I run Luminous Shards for a dot, and for the regen of stamina and magicka. Must have utility, and on this bar as well, I run Breath of Life. Breath of Life on this build should not be used. It's your oh shit, I need to do a heal now. Breath of Life costs a lot of magicka, and I've seen Templars in Trials spamming Breath of Life and running out of magicka. It only heals one other target. Right, heals you, one wounded ally, and one other target. So, it heals 2 other people. You've got 12 people in the dungeon. You have to cast that potentially 6 more times to heal everyone. That's 18,000 magicka you've just used. You've used a third of your magicka pool just to heal the dungeon. Anyway, enough of my rant. On the restoration bar, which will be your main bar, you want to be running Healing Springs. Must have. Get everyone to stack onto the boss and use the boss as your healing target. Drop Healing Springs, drop Healing Springs. and keep going. Just pulsate it. You'll find the happy medium as you watch everyone's health bars. Don't just spam it, because it has got a hot heal, and it also returns magicka back to you, hit by the initial target up to 3 targets. So you're getting back around just over 700 magicka. So really, you think about it, it's not costing you 2,400, it's costing you 700 less. The next ability that you'll be running is Extended Ritual. It's another hot. It cleanses from you 5 harmful effects, which can stack up in dungeons, and nearby allies for 1,000 health every 2 seconds for 20 seconds. It's also got a powerful synergy that cleanses them and heals them for 5,000 health. So, you know, it allows them to get down to it. The other ability is Repentance. Must have free heal. Restores stamina to you and the allies. It heals them. It gives you minor endurance, minor intellect, and minor fortitude, giving you 10% more recovery. I also run Mutagen for the restoration staff. It's a no-brainer, amazing tick, and it's a fail-safe. Now, a lot of people run Rapid Regeneration. I don't rate it that much. It ends sooner, it ticks faster, but 20 seconds you don't need to heal somebody for. Technically, it's given 40,000 health over 20 seconds. If they do get hit and fall below 20% health, it automatically consumes the heal for immediately almost 4,800 health and removes 1 harmful effect. Now, in my eyes, that is much better. Rapid regen ends after 16 seconds. You don't get that fail safe. It's just nice to know that you've got a backup heal there if you need it. The other ability you run is Combat Prayer. Must have. It gives them minor Berserk, minor Resolve, minor Ward. It increases you and your allies' damage by 8% as well. Massive DPS boost. You need all the passives. The sets you can run on this build are Spell Power Cure. You can run Gosma Gloves. You can run Bogdan. You can change Bogdan for the new set that's coming out in the next update. I'll do that. I'll make a new build for that. And you can run the Worm. Now the Worm's quite expensive. It is a Trials farmed piece. I know Spell Power Cure is a White Gold Tower farm piece, but it's a lot easier to do White Gold Tower now. If you have a good healer and 3 DPS, you don't need a tank. Tanks, full tank. A tank has only got a use on the end boss. So technically you're 3-manning a dungeon until the end boss. Champion points. Your champion points are 83 into Magician, 94 in Arcanist, none into the Shadow Tree, 45 into Blessed, 45 into Elfborn, 45 into Elemental Experts. A nice good round crossover. None into the Atronach, 42 into Thermitage, none into the Steed, 44 into Hardy, 44 into Elemental Defender, 44 into Quick Skinned. Just reduce the damage. Also gives you Spell Absorption, which is really helpful, and where Argonian comes into its own. And 45 into Quick Recovery, increase the healing you receive as well. It also increases Magicka Recovery when you gen somebody, which is massively helpful, again, as I keep saying, and reduce the damage you take while receiving another player. Races for this build. Argonian is the top build. Argonians are the top healers at the moment. You can get your recovery up high enough that the max magicka that they lack compared to the other magicka builds doesn't massively affect, because obviously, as a lot of people know, the Argonian did get a change. They received 3% max magicka. You also get 12% of your stats restored when you drink a potion. So if you partner that with tripots, you're getting silly amounts back. You can get like 8,000 health, magicka and stamina back on a tripot if you drink it. You obviously get the max health at 9% and the poison and disease resistance as well. And you also get the increased healing done and received by 5%, which makes a big deal about the Argonian. I think that's everything, guys. Thank you again for listening to another build. Hope you enjoy the game. Hit us up. I play on the Xbox One EU. If you need any build advice or any help crafting, I can do it all. Our guild is the Forbidden Covenant. If you would like an invite, we are there to help people. We're sort of a hub guild. We change guild leaders quite frequently to renew and refresh. These are the leaders, like the sort of ranks, but yeah, the rank system is, yeah, it's okay. But anyway, I'm not plugging my guild. Happy gaming and see you around.